Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 28. Hello, hi, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to the show. We have so much stuff to talk about. The direct things have just keep on going. We've got two new ones from PlayStation and Pokemon to run through. We've got a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff to talk about from that PlayStation State of Play as well as externally as well. Some weird crossovers are coming out. We'll be getting into that along as a bunch of other tidbits as well. And also finish up with some podcast therapy on when you should and shouldn't pre-order games, as some of us here, mainly myself, have gone through an epiphany and feel like it is important information to share. So, hi, hello, yes, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming to the show. We're going to get right into it. So, last week we talked about the Nintendo Direct in its entirety, and one of the things we mentioned at the very beginning was that Smash Brothers is getting a new character, Pyra and Mithra. There is a video coming out on their mechanics and such on March 4th, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. So we'll get to learn more from Mr. Sakurai himself about them. Hopefully we get to see his house again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I hope we get to see his house.
That's always the best part.
Wasn't he at the office last time?
I'm not sure. I don't think I watched the last one. Oh, maybe that era's over. But so yeah, March 4th, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune into that. The page is already up on Nintendo's site, and there's already like several thousand people waiting for some reason as of this recording. And just in case they do something weird, although they never ever do ever.
Yeah, I don't think the directs are where they're gonna screw up. They'll accidentally announce stuff early. They'll release games early. They won't mess up with the directs, though.
Yeah. Especially because it's like it looks like to be a premiere, or they set to go live in a certain time. So there's like, they literally can't show anything because they aren't live. I don't know why people already have that page pulled up. Anyway, so, one of the big things from the PlayStation State of Play that we will be talking about in just a little bit is a lot of Final Fantasy news. And there's some other news that came outside of that as well, specifically some Final Fantasy mobile games. I know, hold your excitement. There are two coming. There's one that is a Battle Royale set in Midgard before the events of Final Fantasy VII, so it's just about time that Final Fantasy gets into this Battle Royale thing that was only supposed to last like a year. We're now on like year, what, 4?
A million.
Of Battle Royale games.
Let's see. When did PUBG come out?
Pretty sure PUBG was out when I was still in high school.
I know it was out our freshman year of college, because that's when Alex and I got our laptops, and that's how we played forever.
The real question.
So yeah, like year 5, maybe year 6 even.
When did Minecraft Hunger Games come out?
I don't know. That's not the same.
You're not the same.
You're right. I'm not the same as I was when I was in high school.
Yo!
I'm not a Fortnite.
Or a PUBG.
Let's go.
I'm definitely not an Apex.
PUBG, a Fortnite, PUBG, Minecraft, PUBG. Sorry. So that is Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. There's another mobile game coming called Final Fantasy VII: Ever Crisis, which is a chapter-structured single-player game covering the entirety of the Final Fantasy VII timeline. So is this just Final Fantasy VII?
No,
mobile?
It's like
7.
So it's 7 and
children.
Yeah, and its sequel, Aberrant Children, and the 3 prequel games, Crisis Before Crisis and Diverge of Cerberus, all retold in a monthly chapter thing or whatever, however they do the chapters.
Oh,
Basically
like an
the same
episodic
style
kind of
as
thing.
the Kingdom Hearts game.
So like one chapter will
What
come
did
out.
you say?
It's like an episodic thing, or like one chapter will come out every set amount of time.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
I had no idea there were
realistically-
prequels and stuff for Final Fantasy VII. I guess that's a good sign
There's
that
a
I'm not really
lot.
into that Final Fantasy stuff. But yeah, I had no idea that was a thing. But so it's a single player game with it's episodic, but has everything from all the prequels and stuff. Like the whole shebang.
Or it will.
Yeah.
Eventually. Once all the chapters come out. That sounds complicated.
The new art they showed off in the trailer looks nice.
This sounds like this is probably the most like serious mobile game I've heard about like ever, or that I've seen.
I could see it when it finishes getting moved to Switch, like Final Fantasy 15 mobile did.
Let's hope it's not a bad port, dude. The mobile ports to Switch have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it is Square behind it, so.
So we do know some stuff about the game already, apparently. So there will be a Youth Sephiroth chapter. It's command style RPG. What is command style? Is that is it just like regular turn based? Like this character do this character do this.
I didn't write that.
Okay.
I wrote that. That is all that I saw from whoever I saw post that. I have no clue what a command style RPG is. Let's look it up real quick.
I have no clue either.
Well, while Cameron's Googling that, it will retell Advent Children in a game form. Chibi characters for field map, but normal in battle and new. So yeah, it's every month there's a new chapter coming out. I wonder how big the chapters are going to be.
Let's see.
They've got to retell the stories.
There's
if it's heavily story based versus like a lot of gameplay, it wouldn't take long depending on how long they are.
Yeah, but you think it'd be pretty big because like imagine if a TV show only came out once a month instead of every week or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a couple of however they're doing the chapters, like not like with the Kingdom Hearts mobile games. It would be, here's the big part, but you got to do all these little things to get up to it. So it's probably going to be something like that.
Have you found a definition for command style RPG?
It kind of looks like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. The only true reference I can find to it is that it was a feature in Dissidia Final Fantasy and Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy.
How does it differ from a standard turn-based RPG?
Dissidia is just Fire or Final Fantasy Warriors, though.
Well, those are the games that it was saying. It says, while this mode is active, all free-flowing action aspects of the game are removed, and the player's character is controlled from a list of commands that are present on the screen. This leaves the game with only turn-based RPG aspects and was designed for people without much experience with action RPGs. So
instead of where you like run around and choose moves dynamically like in an open space, you stand still and just so it becomes like a classic turn-based RPG where you just say you do this.
That makes sense.
So there's less things to worry about.
Oh.
So it's so it sounds like there's also, so I guess it's going to be that and not like the remake was, or like a Xenoblade kind of thing.
I mean, I have an idea why they're doing this, and it's because of the remake.
Yeah, it did look like the assets were the same. So
I don't think so. I know what the PlayStation graphics look like, and this.
Well, I didn't say they were the PlayStation's graphic level, but you could take those assets and make them usable on phones. It's what they did with the HD models for Pokemon a decade ago, and then they abandoned those.
Sounds like someone's still salty about that thing that no one ever cares about.
That is 90% of what I talk about. So.
Anyway, those are the new Final Fantasy mobile games coming out. If you're a big mobile games player, keep on the lookout.
Or you have a way to play it on your computer.
I'm more mad though. I would consider playing the 30-year prequel that's fighting one if it was on anything but mobile.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because
That should be on
we're like
PC.
video game boomers, right? Well, no, we're not that old.
No.
We're not that old.
Not me.
We're like video game Gen Xers
Yeah.
because we don't think the N64 was the best thing ever, but um, still not really in on that mobile thing. Anyway, so now
We are
we're gonna
Gen
get
X.
into the PlayStation State of Play that happened just a few days ago on the 25th, so last Thursday, literally the day after our last episode went up. It wasn't that exciting, and it probably just seemed a little less exciting than I would have normally thought it was, just because of how big the Nintendo Direct was from the week before. But there is some good stuff in here. They started with Crash 4, so we know Crash 4 is now coming to Switch, but it's also getting a PS5 upgrade, so it'll run at native 4K 60 frames. It'll have 3D audio, which I don't quite understand given that it's a 2.5D platformer. But it will have 3D audio. It will use adaptive triggers. You can transfer your data from your PS4 to the PS5, and they called it an upgrade option is available from the PS4. They didn't say free, and you'd think if it was free, they would tell you it was free because that's a pretty big sell point for people, as if it's
You
free.
and I talked about that during the thing.
Yeah.
And seeing as Square was like, it's free, I'm pretty sure Crashes will not be free.
Well, if the option is free, they will tell you. Like every upgrade option that has been going on with this new gen transfer stuff has specifically said free if it's free, and they didn't. They just called it an upgrade option. So it sounds like you're going to be paying something. We don't know what, or it may be free, and they're just really weird. But
Yeah.
based on their language,
You know what people like? The word free.
yeah,
You can
just
what was
ask the
kind of cool
TurboTax
is you would
commercials.
take your achievements for people who care about those and like help you figure it out what you're missing.
Yeah. So that's part of the benefit as well. You can bring your stuff over from the PS4, and then you can use the cards that the PS5 game screen uses to help you with that stuff. That's part of the upgrade as well. And that launches on March 12th. I don't know if there will be a PS5 version of Crash. I haven't seen it, but I also haven't looked, so it might just be you buy the PS4 version and download the PS5 upgrade, or you probably just buy the PS5 version if you have a PS5 already. So yeah, March 12th
Sure.
with all those updates. Pretty solid. Probably the second biggest thing they announced besides all the Final Fantasy stuff, which we'll get to. They gave a sneak peek at Returnal, which is that upcoming exclusive that they've shown off ever since the PS5 debut. They showed off some gameplay of it. It looks a lot like Doomy, God of War kind of thing. The maps are auto-generated every time you die, so nothing's the same twice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun. I'm a little worried about how complicated it might be, but the story looks interesting. I'm definitely interested in it. It launches April 30th. They gave that a launch date. Probably not going to pick it up at launch unless the reviews are just absolutely stellar. But it does look at least interesting. It didn't look bad. It looked good. The graphics looked good. The story seemed cool. The mechanics looked fun. So at least like I don't know, B minus, B plus show off, I'd say.
Gave a decent amount away of this. I assume it's early story stuff.
Yeah, it seems
During
like there's
the
like
trailer.
interdimensional time warp travel kind of thing, but like in a different way. It's hard to explain. Just go watch it if you're curious. Knockout City, which is we also mentioned in the Nintendo Direct last week, is also coming to PS5, which is just super weird dodgeball in a big map. There's a cross-play beta that's going to be coming out soon. You can register for it at knockoutcity.com. I'm not sure on all the platforms that it'll be coming to, but you can register for that closed beta. The game launches on May 21st, and if the beta's crossplay, then I assume the game itself will be crossplay too. So that's good to see.
Yeah,
Watch it not be.
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be an EA thing for sure. I don't even know who's developing it.
It's seeming like it's going to be a very streamer game, you know?
I feel like a lot of games do that now, though, because
like
it makes
Fall
it
Guys.
easier.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
have to say
Yeah, Fall Guys was very much a streamer game. That's
Oh
how they
yeah.
marketed it initially.
I do have to say that they showed this game off way better in the PlayStation Direct than they did in the Nintendo one, because the Nintendo one was like random characters from other, like a CS:GO character and like a League of Legends thing.
And an Among Us guy.
No, dude, I'm gonna spiral. Stop. And they were just like playing the game and like acting addicted. They didn't really like show too much other than like you could tell it was dodgeball, but they actually kind of showed some mechanics off. They showed it a lot better in this in the state of play, I think. Still looks very cumbersome, at least for now, but we'll see. That came again May 21st. That game launches. Crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com if you're interested. Sifu, which I wrote down as a weird fighting game, and launching sometime this year. I also wrote down that it does not look good. So maybe if you're into like kind of just fighting games in general, go look at it. If
maybe if you're into bad games.
You know,
Yeah,
we
but-
watched that whole Sony PlayStation thing together, and I honestly don't remember what this game
Yeah,
is.
but there was a couple things that just kind of blur together. Like after Knockout City, a lot of it blurs together until you get to the end, like where they start talking about Deathloop.
Yeah.
Solar Ash game coming out this year for both PS5 and PS4. I didn't even put any notes on it, so it's probably not that exciting. Although it didn't look, if I remember correctly, it didn't look bad. Like Sifu just kind of looked bad, but Solar Ash might be interesting. They don't have it. It's coming out sometime this year though, so we'll hear more about it later, I'm sure. They gave a new look at the new FNAF Security Breach game coming to PS5. They literally barely showed anything. But they just showed something. Oddworld Soulstorm, which they call a 2.9D game, so I don't know what that is.
That sounds like a buzzword, dude.
Yeah,
That's an
2.9D.
investor
Like
buzzword.
people are just gonna start saying like 2.99D or like approaching 3D.
2.99% of 3D effectiveness. It's like a Germex guarantee.
Yeah. It is coming out April 6th and will be free for PlayStation Plus users on PS5. Kena Bridge of Spirits coming in March, so sometime this month. And Deathloop coming in May. I'm sure you've heard about Deathloop before because people have been talking a lot about that game. Yeah, that comes on May 21st. They showed off a little bit of gameplay and some more story, but
they showed more like his interactions with her rather than like story of what you'll be fighting against.
yeah.
And they showed some of the techniques I don't think we'd seen before. But I would be more interested in if they'd shown off like another one of the bosses we'll have to handle.
Yeah. The mechanics look fun though. I keep getting more and more interested every time I see something new about this game. So, again, May 21st as well.
Is that PS4 and PS5, or is it just
No,
PS5?
it's only
PS5
PS5
exclusive.
Dang. You'll have to bring it with you.
And finally, the last thing, the biggest thing of the show, Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a PS5 update and a story extension called Intergrade. So that launches on June 10th. It comes with a full PS5 graphics update. That includes both options for performance and quality. There's a photo mode, so pulling a Nintendo, they just think that photo mode's important. Classic difficulty added. I'm not really sure what classic difficulty is, but it's a new difficulty selection. There's a new episode, which I mentioned. There's new story. What's her name that's in it? Yuffie. Yeah. So there's new story all about her, and if you already own the game on PS4, you get the PS5 upgrade for free. Now this game is one of the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation Plus games for PS5. this month. But the catch is, if you get Final Fantasy VII Remake through this, and you don't if you don't actually buy the game, you get it through here, then you are not eligible for that free upgrade. So you will still have to buy it. I think based on some digging that Alex did, he found that it was like $20 ish. So expect a price around there, but it's also launching on PS5, like the full thing with like new box art and stuff. Or new box art, I should say, just with integrate on it. Yeah, and that's for a full $70. So, I'm not sure if it'll still be like this when you hear this episode, but as of right now, Final Fantasy VII Remake for PS4 is $30 on Amazon, so that's probably the way to go if you don't have it already.
Sir.
Yeah. And if hopefully it's still up, but it's been up for the past several days like that, so that's definitely the move. Although for some reason I'm a little tempted just to get the PS5 version because I want the box, but I really don't want to spend $70. So.
Well, you don't have to spend $70. You just wait a couple months, and because it's a Sony game and a Nintendo game, it'll go on sale.
Yeah, eventually. So yeah, that's big, coming on June 10th. A bunch of stuff to Final Fantasy VII Remake. The graphics look really good now with the better lighting and stuff. Very impressed by that. Okay, so now on to the bigger thing of the show, the Pokemon presentation. That was the day after the State of Play. I'm sure you already know what we're going to be talking about, but we'll get to that. At first, they showed a pretty big... there was a 25-year celebration video they showed off at the very beginning that showed like just a compilation of everything Pokemon's done, all the games and
not
stuff
quite.
you could do. Not everything, but like there was like Red and Green, anime, cable because you had to plug in Game Boys together, anime.
Hashtag anime.
Yeah.
The coolest thing was the phone one. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Teletrade. Yeah, I think that was a Japan-only thing.
I didn't know about the Pokemon fashion line, so I looked it up later. Oh my god, it's $100 for one Hawaiian shirt. Like, I really want one, but
Dude,
oh
they
my
charge
god,
so much money for those.
Yeah.
It's so
Where
expensive.
else you gonna get it?
I have a Bulbasaur button down. I got for $4 at Kohl's.
Well, there you go. Go to Kohl's.
yeah.
So yeah, they showed everything from the original Red and Green launch in Japan all the way up to Sword and Shield. It's a pretty cool video. Even if you don't want to watch the whole direct, I at least recommend you watch that. It's pretty interesting, at least, because they show off some stuff that like, oh, I didn't realize that. It's also pretty YouTube poopy at some moments, especially when they show like the GBA games where you could do 4-player battles. So they're like cable, like plugging in several things in this confusing pattern. But it's pretty cool nonetheless.
Rip Coliseum, Rip XD, Gale of Darkness, and Rip Battle Revolution and Conquest.
Yeah. They showed off new stuff about Pokemon Snap. The game looks really good. The models look really good. Very excited for that. If anyone cares to listen or is trying to pre-order that game and get a bonus, I have done research. Only GameStop and Target have stuff. GameStop is doing a double-sided poster like they did for Bowser's Fury, and Target has a magnetic photo frame that you would like put on the fridge or something, and it's like a 5x7 size.
Cooler.
Yeah, so
But do you trust Target to give it to you?
no.
I expect them
No,
to
ever
sell it
since
for
my
$5.
Luigi's Mansion 3 thing that I got screwed over on, I never trust Target to give me pre-order bonuses anymore.
Dude, I walked in when Bowser's Fury released, and they had a box full of the
Water bottles?
water. I couldn't think of the word. Yes, water bottles.
Would they give you two if you just like bought one in the store on launch day?
Yeah, they gave me one in store, but I don't know. I don't think those were technically a pre-order bonus, were they?
Apparently not. I would have gone to my Target and tried to get one if I knew that was a thing. I hadn't already pre-ordered it somewhere else. So yeah, again, that launches April 30th. Yes.
The magnetic frame's like one of their better ones, though. It's way better than a Rubik's Cube. At least the frame you can be like, I put it on the fridge with the photo in it.
Oh look, I printed out this Pokemon photo that I took in game.
Well, you don't have to use a Pokemon photo.
But you could.
What?
Yeah, you could.
I don't know. A Pokemon Snap frame on like a family photo. That's just like, am I calling my family Pokemon? Am I calling me Pokemon?
I have caught myself.
Dude, imagine you and a Pikachu like doll and a selfie. There you go.
I'm glad that went very SFW. They also showed off updates coming to a bunch of their stuff. Sword and Shield, Go, Cafe Mix, Masters EX, all getting new stuff. In Sword and Shield, you can get a special Pikachu that knows the move Sing using the code P25Music, where the I in music is a 1. In the gift thing, I can never remember the proper name of that.
Mystery gift.
Yeah, mystery gift. So you can get a Pokemon that knows Sing, or a Pikachu. So now you can have like your 11th Pikachu that they've given you that.
Because they don't give us anything else.
It makes sense it's Pikachu because they're like, Pikachu's the mascot.
But it'd be different if they would stop giving us Pikachu.
Yeah, for real, we've gotten
it. It is cool that it has Sing though. It reminds me of the old Pikachu that could know Surf and the one that could know Fly.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely cooler than the other ones they give out, like for the regions that they did a while ago, where you get like this Pikachu has this hat, this Pikachu has this hat on. Isn't that cute? That's probably.
It has a new hat.
All right, Smithers.
Go is having a special event where you can get like the original legendaries plus Mewtwo in the game in max raid battles or something like that. And Cafe Mix Cafe Mix and Masters EX is also getting stuff as well. And then the big things that you're waiting for us to talk about, I'm sure, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are officially being remade. Yes, the rumors are true. We can finally shut up about these rumors. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are officially launching on Nintendo Switch late this year. They are being developed externally, so not by Pokemon. They are the same company that did which game? Ilka? What did they develop?
Was that the one that solved that?
I can't remember what they've done something with Pokemon before, and the original there's two directors. One is like a head director at Ilka, and the other director is the original director for the Diamond and Pearl games. So they call it a faithful recreation. The art style is pretty similar to old style Pokemon games, just with the new HD look, but it's still got that kind of tilted top-down camera look from the old Pokemon games. And they're all the same like squatty size and everything. It's just 3D-ish now.
Yeah, it looks like Diamond and Pearl if it was 3D.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like they're really changing much.
There is platinum content, or
at least it seems like there is.
Yeah, there's a trainer that people spotted that's only in platinum.
And Porygon Z's apparently been seen as well.
In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, did they include any Emerald stuff?
No.
Nope.
So
they edited a lot of it.
You can look at the Battle Frontier. Great.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had a lot of new content. I can't remember how much of that they showed at launch. But the balance of that was going, no one's going to play, or the majority of our audience isn't going to play the Battle Frontier, so we're not going to develop it.
Yeah, they were like, this is a line from Masuda. He was like, people have phones now, and they're in those phones, so we're not going to add the Battlefront tier for those who want it.
Huh.
Yep.
Great.
Did Heart Gold and Soul Silver have
Yeah,
crystal
Heart Gold
stuff?
and Soul Silver went
They
crazy
had
with
crystals.
the...
Heart Gold and Soul Silver are a standard for how remakes should be.
They didn't
They're
just have
the ones that I haven't
crystal.
played.
Yeah, they didn't just have
You
crystal. They
just
had
somehow get them.
they added stuff from Sinnoh and Hoenn, I believe. And they
Yeah.
also added the Poketathlon, which was kind of a cool minigame thing that reminded me of stuff like on Pokemon Stadia.
So if you hit
Pokemon
if you got-
Stadia?
Stadium.
Oh no, Stadia.
Dude, if Game Freak wasn't, or if the Pokemon Corporation could do what they wanted without Nintendo, they'd probably throw it on everything, including Stadia.
Doubt. Or maybe if they could coerce Google into paying them $20 million for it.
For
Like
real.
they would
Imagine,
Ubisoft game.
And we'll
Probably
get
even
to
more
that
because
in
it's
a
a
moment,
Pokemon
won't we?
game.
imagine
Wait.
that timeline, dude.
Are we talking? Was that last week or this week that we're talking about?
We
that?
talked about that last week. They got screwed
Okay,
over
yeah.
on all their
We
money.
talk about Stadia like every week.
It's an easy topic to make fun of.
talk about Stadia.
Make fun of. Talk about.
Bully. Third word.
Third word that we're not going to mention because YouTube will get onto us.
Yeah. Speaking of Heart Gold Soul Silver, I just thought like Mayo tried to get them right now. Like how high is the price gone? I haven't looked recently, but that price keeps going up. That's just something I thought about. But yeah,
I will not try and get those unless it's on a Flute garage sale or something.
Dude, I don't think
complete-
any of us live in an area that's going to allow a purchase of Heart Gold Soul Silver or any Pokemon game for less than full price.
Yeah. Complete is nuts. Complete with the full box and the Pokewalker, like complete is even more nuts. Like probably $400 if I had to guess.
Man, I
you
don't
can
have the
buy
box,
a
and I'm so
display
mad at
case
younger
for
me.
$15, guys.
So yeah,
There's some things I'm like, why? How did my younger self like keep this fully intact? And then there's things missing, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah, we don't have the boxes for Heart Gold Soul Silver, but we have basically everything else.
yeah, same. I have everything but the big box. So yeah, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl coming late 2021. That is one of the two big rumors that we can finally mark off the list. The only one left now is Nintendo Switch Pro with 4K DLSS. Blah 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 blah.
I don't know.
Actually,
That one drives me insane.
Go ahead.
Because it started the second the Switch was announced.
Yeah.
Well,
for
Switch-
real.
Switch Pro talked about it since launch, and then it wasn't. DLSS didn't get mentioned until like
Yeah, that
2019
part's
or so. Like
Newer, but I was mainly talking about the idea of a Switch Pro.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
mean,
going to
that's
buy
not-
the Switch at launch because there's going to be a Pro.
There probably will be. I'm just ready for it to just stop. Just the rumors to stop.
Switch Pro right after the...
No, new rumors, guys. New rumors, guys. When are we getting Pokemon Rangers?
Alright, Cooper, so what were you going to bring up?
When are we getting Pokemon Rangers? New rumor.
Alright, that's what you were going to bring up?
Yeah. Pokemon. It's a stupid baby game, but Pokemon Rangers, not
Bro,
that.
Cooper, you've been watching so much Donkey. I can tell how much Donkey you've been watching. Stupid baby game.
Baby game.
Well, that was Donkey's reaction after the last direct where it was all RPGs.
For real.
Bro, I watched one of his videos today, like at random, when I took a break from studying, and I watched the Mario Kart one, and we're like middle through it. He just like finally hits him with the shell and starts dropping a curse storm on him, and like immediately cuts halfway through. It's so good. Anyway, So the other big Pokemon game that was announced is Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus or however you're supposed to say it. I don't know. Is this like GIF round 2?
I'm pretty sure it's
Arceus.
supposed to be Arceus because that's how the guy in the trailer said it, but it's wrong. So
They're wrong.
Arceus is
The correct pronunciation.
yeah. I will accept that I was very wrong when I originally pronounced Giratina and Dialga, but Arceus will always be correct.
This literally
Wait, it is
GIF part
Dialga,
2.
right?
No, it is. I'm saying I used to say Dialga and Palkia and Giratina, and then I learned those are wrong, and I was like, oh yeah, the correct way sounds better.
That sounds
But-
like my gaming AI professor that calls Galaga Galaga.
Oh,
Pain.
Did anybody tell him he's pronouncing it wrong?
No, and I don't think anybody really wants to. Anyway, Pokemon Legends
yeah.
Arceus coming early 2022. So by June 2022, I guess.
Is this like Among Us
Doesn't
saying
get the list.
early 2021?
Honestly,
Did he
I
just say
wouldn't mind it.
Oh, sorry.
be delayed.
It
Yeah.
probably will be, but who knows?
It should be. It's not having to, since it's 2 Sinnoh games, it's not like they're having to pull major, we need to, not have everyone drop off the face of the earth for our games.
Well,
So
remember
there's
that
a chance.
BDSP is being developed externally, so all of the actual Pokemon devs are probably working on this Legends game.
That's true.
and work they are on that 5 frame per second changling animation.
Um,
That idle animation.
My favorites, they were like, look, we can do Breath of the Wild too. And I'm like, can you though?
so
We
yeah,
can't.
The
With 5
opening
frames.
trailer shot.
Look.
Oh boy.
the game is
But-
set long before the modern Sinnoh region exists. Your goal is to create the original Pokedex, and it's kind of like Pokemon if Breath of the Wild was Pokemon. It seems like the full open world realization. That's
Less frames.
yeah, but less frames.
But you know what they do have?
I've seen
Cyndaquil with fire on its back.
He's
Dude.
back.
Cyndaquil's all I need.
Yep,
Um,
amen on that.
But I've seen some people complain, or not really complain, but joke complain, that the person in Gym 5 that's the villain's like, yeah, I remember a time before Pokeballs. And now we're going back up
The
years and there's this ancient Pokeball.
I'm so sorry that I'm about to say this, but the Among Us guy is on the original Pokeballs that you use.
No, no.
Yes, he
Pokeballs are
is.
sus.
When
The
someone
Pokeballs are
posted that-
sus. Everything is sus.
I didn't realize what they were like trying to hint at until someone drew like the outline and I was like, oh, I
It
didn't
took
see
me 2 minutes of staring at that picture before I was like, what is it? Like, is someone pointing out that the art for the clasp doesn't make sense? And then I examined the clasp itself closer and I was like, oh,
This is like the new Rick roll.
it's like Lost.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
it's lost. There's a video that's been circling around the meme community of someone made a video of SpongeBob ranting about Among Us being in everything, and that's pretty much the culmination of it. Like I see a picture of a random object posted on the internet, and then I see it.
If someone is able to find the Among Us guy in the Lost comic, I'll just not play video
That is
games
such a
ever
good idea,
again.
dude. I want to make that right now.
I'll
That's
never play
wild.
video games ever again.
Oh,
Honestly, I like the idea of an old Pokeball, but I was kind of hoping it would be similar to the one from Pokemon 4's movie, where it was like a turnstile.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, that'd have been sick. Yeah.
I like
I
steam-powered Pokeballs though. I
just
think
like-
it's a cool idea.
steampunk
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
I just liked how Sam's Pokeball looked in that movie. It was just always cool.
Well, if they do, no, it's Pokemon. They don't ever. Well, no, I was gonna say they don't live up to things they've done in the past, but Alolan Executor exist.
Oh my god.
Sharon, I was hoping that GIF would work where it shows how it opened, but it didn't post well.
You copied just the first
Yeah,
frame,
apparently.
apparently.
It's failing me.
Stop trying.
Black and white. What the heck?
Just accept
Here, we're gonna
So yeah, Pokemon
just
Legends
accept light
Arceus
defeat.
coming early 2022. So with that out of the way, we're back to our regular Collector's Corner. This is the weekly segment where we go around and talk about the games we've been playing, if we have been any, or just been dying mentally if we haven't, and any new pickups if we have any, and things of that nature. So, Cooper, start us off this week.
Like just games I've been playing.
What episode
This
is
is how
this?
the segment
28?
works.
Yeah.
That is how-
For the 28th
That's
time,
crazy.
what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing not a lot, but a good bit more than last week. I've been playing a bit of Smash. I played with y'all actually.
This is true.
I played a bit of Dragon Quest 2. I'm actually getting pretty far in. The boat is pretty weird, but it's actually pretty cool. I'm glad they added it into the second one. Like several, over a decade ago. That's
Over a decade ago.
That's pretty crazy.
Multiple decades ago.
And I've been playing Faye.
Gross.
You're gross.
Yeah, only a little bit.
Oh. And I got some new Fire Emblem Cypher cards.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Alex.
I beat Persona 5 Strikers.
And?
This man put 40 hours into it in like 5 days.
I don't want to hear it from you, Cameron. You beat Mario Odyssey, like you completed it within like a week.
That is true. I
You're
did.
just as bad as he is.
Yeah, Cameron beat the Octoling expansion like 2 days.
And
No, I beat it the first night.
we played Smash,
Yeah.
and I played ReZero a little bit. Did I play anything else this week?
Did you play anything else?
I don't think so. Not like notable things.
So what's your official opinion
Oh,
of Strikers
Apex,
then?
I guess. I really liked it. It's a really good sequel.
Good. Cameron.
So this week I have been playing a fair amount considering that I've been working. I think I'm slowly adjusting to having to work. I have been playing Mario 3D World. I spent $60 on it. I'm gonna kind of play through it somewhat. Played Animal Crossing. The Mario stuff has started, so trying to collect that. Actually, just finished getting the last diving critter, so I'm now working towards all the art. I've been playing Persona 3, Fizz, and Persona 5 Strikers. What else have I been playing? I guess that's about it, technically. Smash and Apex with y'all, but you'd already mentioned that. So, yeah, it's a fairly productive week, I think.
Productive. Yes.
Productive.
Mayo, go ahead.
As per usual, I have not played a lot of games. It's, I don't know, sign of the times. You guys, like, I don't have time for it. I've been watching some gameplay on YouTube, and there's games that I'm interested in. I'm a big fan of Northern Lion. I don't know if you guys watch any of him. He's like an S tier streamer, and he'll play smaller games. He plays bigger ones too, but there's 2 early access games that Mary actually bought after we watched him play them. They're called Tastemaker. It's a sort of restaurant
Oh!
simulator.
Yeah, I saw that on r/gaming. when he
Yeah,
like
it's
finally
really
first
cool.
launched that game. Yeah, I've been very interested in that.
Wait,
And
what
then
game?
it's called Tastemaker. It's like, imagine if Zoo Tycoon was a restaurant management game.
So Diner Dash.
like-
Do you
I've
remember?
not played Diner Dash.
Did y'all play like
That
so like
hurts.
it was like the same level as Farmville on Facebook games way back in the day when like Farmville was the thing. There was a restaurant game that was kind of similar in its mechanics in terms of like cooking. It's a little like that, but there's a lot more stuff to do.
Yeah.
And it looks really good. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Just FYI for any listeners, you should look it out if you're into any kind of sim game. It looks really fun, and I'll probably be getting it at some point. I just don't need another time sinker right now.
Right.
That
And
is
then the other early access one is actually a very unconventional roguelike called Luck Be a Landlord. And the idea with this one is you've been forced into signing a lease agreement where you have 0 possessions except for a complimentary slot machine. And you use this slot machine to pay your rent. And you may be wondering, well, Mayo, how's that a roguelike? I'm not flashing a Hades demon. I'm not shooting poops like in Binding of Isaac, but it'll say like you need 100 coins in the next 5 spins to pay your rent. And it'll only start out with a set number of the spaces on the slot machine being filled, and the symbols do different things. And after each spin, you can purchase additional symbols and passive abilities to create these synergies with your various possible spins that you can get. And it's kind of like a deck building roguelike in that way. So there's tons of different builds that you can do. And it just has, I think, an endless mode and then a set like 7-stage campaign or something. But it's a really fun roguelike, and Mary bought that one as well, which is funny because she despises roguelikes classically, but this one has finally given her the bug. So maybe in like 6 months she'll buy Hades or something. Who knows?
That sounds fascinating.
It's
What is
really
the name
cool.
of that game?
Luck Be a Landlord. It is also
Luck Be a-
$10
Luck
early
Be a
access on Steam.
Landlord.
Grabbing
Yeah, watch
Grabbing this
watch
one.
Northern Line playing it. I'll recommend Northern Line any day of the week. Great content creator.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fascinating. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that.
There's
It's
also a
really
demo available.
Fantastic, even better.
Yeah, I've heard
I
it
love
described as Slay the Spire meets capitalism slot machine
That means
jokes.
capitalism.
So but it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, on the topic of stuff that I've played again, I haven't even gotten to continue the Skyrim binge, you guys. It got cut short, and that's the worst feeling ever because I've not had it get cut short in many a
Okay,
year.
but the payoff for it being cut short is doing well on your accreditation.
Yeah, hey, you passed your test.
Oh yeah,
You
that did
passed
happen
your,
last
You
week.
passed your test. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Pretty
Warm
plus.
congrats from all of us.
Congrats.
Thanks, you guys.
Um,
Do you have another
yeah.
one coming up, or
Not yet. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. I got to see how much is left in the scholarship fund that I can,
Those are expensive.
the money allotted for me to throw at those things. Yeah, they are very expensive. They're huge time sinks too. But if I can get more of them, that'd pay out dividends. I'll take not
True.
playing video games for a month and a half if I can make a higher pay grade. But anyway, on the topic of my random tabletop crap that ends up inevitably being what my part of Collector's Corner is, I finished a painting project for the first time in a while. I finished all of the character minis for Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition. I believe I had like 2 more of them to do this time last week, but we've got all 7 of them or whatever done, and they're in my transportation box, ready to be taken to campus to a fume vent to be varnished. And then we continue on stuff for my 40k army, and then the enemy miniatures for Mansions of Madness, and then after that my Blood Bowl team, and then I'll be out of stuff to paint and I can buy more.
You you and your paintings sounds like the same level of therapy as like me replacing batteries in retro game cartridges. Like
Yeah,
it's very tedious and like objectively boring to anyone that you describe it to, but like for your own personal self, there's just something therapeutic about it that takes the pain away.
It has been a big source of stress relief. Right after that exam, because I'm very happy that I passed it. I skirted by basically, but a pass is a pass.
True.
But after a few months of prepping for something, when it happens, especially if it's not something that you see an immediate payoff for, like I know that this will give me a payoff in a few months, but there's just that kind of emptiness, where it's like, okay, I've done it. What now, So the painting has definitely helped with that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, let's see. I bought the Fire Emblem NES game.
Let's go!
Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, because reminder to all listeners, that is going away along with all the Mario stuff at the end of this month. And I had some gold points burning a hole in my pocket anyway I need to get rid of before they expire, so I just went ahead and got that, so that way I don't have to never have it. I'll get around to it at some point, I'm sure. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Cold War. The new season added gun game finally, so I've been having a ton of fun with that. I'm so much better than I was on the original Black Ops, and it's made the game a lot more fun. Also a lot of prop hunt. They added new maps in the prop hunt. One of the maps you can be a tiny basketball, and it's so tiny that you can glitch into certain areas of the game and literally just not get hit. So it's kind of like cheating. I did it once. I feel pretty guilty about it still, but
nah, that's prop hunt, dude. That's how prop hunt works.
Yeah, that basketball is broken.
It's very fun to watch you stream that, though. That's good content.
I've been playing a lot of God of War, the remake that won Game of the Year, and I've been saying this around in chats for the past couple of days, but dang, that game is so good. Like, and you're probably like, well, duh, it won Game of the Year. Yeah, it did, and there's a reason for it. It is so good. I've been really enjoying that. They dropped a PS5 update where you can do 4K 60 on it now, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that, but all of a sudden it was like looked a lot better. I should have caught on to it, I guess, but it's just been so much fun. I've been playing a lot of that. The story's amazing, very emotional, and the gameplay is fantastic. I've been playing a little bit of Sackboy. It's just not that challenging, so it's kind of hard to get me to play it sometimes. But the atmosphere is pretty cool, at least. Smash, like everyone else mentioned. And that's about it. I haven't done anything today because I have a huge test coming up. Several tests coming up, so... Pain, yes. But luckily I haven't had to like devote several weeks to studying for anything. As of yet. Knock on wood, we're not even through. We're barely halfway through the semester. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. So that wraps up our Collector's Corner segment for the week. You should comment on our YouTube version of this podcast. Let you know what you've been playing this week. We'd love to hear from you. And now on to our tidbits. Cooper, you have the floor for Fire Emblem Heroes.
All right. So we got some weekly revivals. There's some alright units, but overall, I mean, they're revivals, so we got Legendary Claude. He's pretty good. He's got an 80% damage reduction. He's overall a great unit. I'm saving though. This Tuesday or Wednesday we should be getting a new Heroes trailer. So I guess we'll see. And we got a Hero Rises Voting Gauntlet Round 2 with Legendary Corrin, Saros, Legendary Dimitri, and Duolin. Yeah.
Wow, you sound so enthusiastic.
I'm just really tired. And then we got an update. Actually, it was honestly really cool. We got for the first time ever, we got seasonal refines. So old seasonal units will finally get, finally be good again. very old units such as like La Rochelle and Leon. They finally got the refines after like 3 years. And we got a lot of quality OI stuff, and Tempest Trials is going to get a lot of quality OI stuff, like such as like something that like boosts your score if you actually do a good job on it or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. And
In Cooper's defense, they haven't really explained how that works out.
Yeah.
And the friendless cap is going from 100 to 150. So that's going to be pretty cool because I'm maxed out. So I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, all right then. Kingdom Hearts Union X and Kingdom Hearts Dark Road are coming to an end. So I know. Cry your heart out. Union X is ending on May 31st, and Dark Road is planned to end sometime in September. So yeah, those are going away. Anthem is also going away. I don't know why it took this long for a dead game to stop development, but Anthem is ceasing development. Figured I'd mention that.
At
along.
least Dark Road was still updating.
It should be noted that those are going to be on. Those are going to have an offline mode that you can do once they're away, right?
You can, yeah, and before they leave, you can upload your save data to the offline mode.
That's good.
So you can have like your stats.
I cannot because it was on 2 phones ago, and that phone died shortly after I started playing, and I gave up.
Sony has announced the PlayStation VR 2.
Why wasn't that announced in the Direct?
Yeah, so I actually was watching some other news channel today, and they mentioned that it's rumored that Sony's going to be doing something by the summer when it comes to their storage, like that M.2 slot that they provided that is currently still not working. There's planned to be a big storage update sometime by the end of the summer. That's a rumor. And he was ranting like, why have they not talked about this yet? But they're talking about PSVR 2, which is like not until like next year sometime.
Because
the storage, if they screw it up,
storage, people that are in the know already, people that want to maybe get the system are going to be more interested in the VR aspect than it can add extra storage.
Yeah, but like everyone needs more storage. Like that's just still the big point of contention.
I think it's more in case something goes wrong. They don't want to put a date out, and then people get really mad.
Nothing better go wrong. I need my expanded PS5 storage. I'm running pretty low already.
I just have to start deleting stuff.
Yeah, or at least let me like archive PS5 games to my other drive if I'm not going to use it for a while. But yeah, so PSVR 2 is not launching this year. They haven't said when, but it's assumed probably 2022, hopefully.
Probably their holiday release for 2022.
Yeah. They say that they're going to enhance everything from resolution and field of view to tracking and input. It's going to use a single cord to connect to your PS5. They're going to improve the ease of use. They're going to say, it says higher fidelity visual experience. It's the new VR controller is going to feature a lot of the tech that the DualSense has. So I assume like haptics and probably adaptive triggers and things like that.
Are they still going to look like the PlayStation Moves?
Who knows? Literally was a blog
Rumble
post.
VR tools.
But yeah, they have announced they are working on that. We were right last week talking about that tweet that Nintendo made about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming to Nintendo Switch. Don't know when at all, but it is coming, which is cool.
True.
I need to get that game at some point. Gran Turismo 7 has been delayed from 2021 to 2022. I know that's probably really like who cares, but for me that's a big sad because that was one of my most anticipated games this year. 4K 60 ray tracing, real-time driving simulator. I really want that. I'm a big fan of Forza Horizon, So I was hoping to, and I haven't really been into a Gran Turismo game since Gran Turismo 4 back on the PS2. So very excited.
I'm a big fan of cars.
Yeah,
I like them.
Cars.
I want ray
Cars.
trace
Get me where I
cars.
need to
I
go.
want ray tracing on my car, please. Star Wars Republic.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, I just want it. Okay, leave me alone.
I gotta make my box look good with that ray tracing, you know?
Star Wars Republic Commandos is getting ported to the Switch and PS4, which is a game that originally came out back in 2005 on Xbox and Windows. So yay. Bravely Default 2, Spirits, and Smash have come and gone. By the time you're listening to this, sorry if you didn't get that and didn't know about it. Also, Bravely
They'll
Default
be
2
in
is
the
out
game
now.
eventually.
Bravely Default 2. Bravely Default 2 is out now. Bravely Default 2 is out now.
That's crazy. Y'all
Yeah.
know about Bravely Default 2?
I'm still getting ads on YouTube. I'm so mad.
Man, why can't I
away.
get
The third Bravely Default game.
Dude, I get ads on the way to work and from work because I'm listening to YouTube music because it's the only way I can listen to music that I want to and not deal with the radio. And I don't get anything cool. Get like We Are Georgia.
Yeah.
I just get commercials for the local ISP, which thankfully is not like Comcast commercials or even Xfinity or Charter or whatever, but it's still very overblown commercials, even though I'm pretty sure this ISP just serves like 4 cities.
I get, yeah,
Wait,
I get.
Are we talking about car commercials or like if you use YouTube Music and Spotify and stuff like
I
that?
get Bravely Default 2 on just YouTube videos. I get
Yeah,
Bravely Default 2 and I
yeah.
get Spectrum Business. I do not own a business and I do not want Spectrum. I don't want landline. Leave me alone, Spectrum, please.
Yeah,
Like
those are my YouTube ads. Spotify, I don't get ads, and then I don't use Apple.
Like
So-
it could be worse though. You could get unskippable 5-minute Genshin Impact ads.
I had those last semester.
I only get like 15-second unskippable ads. Those are the worst.
It could be worse. You could get 10-minute unskippable Fire Emblem Houses ads.
One time I was laying in bed watching a video and an ad came up and at first I was like, it's only like probably like 5 seconds, I'll just let it play. And then it like went on for like 30 seconds and I looked and it was like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's
Like
yeah.
a real estate
I know what-
one.
I know what you're like.
like
talking
an
about.
like an
There was, like-
infomercial.
It was we've gotten an ad before that was just a whole TV show's pilot. So it was an hour.
Look,
Oh my
Google
goodness.
doesn't care as long as you give them money.
Yeah. So bad. Activision has now warned that a standard base model PS4 500 gigabytes may no longer fit the trio of Call of Duty games, which is Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, and Modern Warfare. They worded it weird, almost as if like one game wouldn't fit, but none of those games would fill up 500 gigs.
Unless they're gonna balloon them like
Um,
crazy within the next.
If
few
Cold
months.
War was big enough to fill that up, I wouldn't be able to fit it on my PlayStation, so on my PS5.
Or wait. Read the announcement again.
A
They say
500 gigabyte,
and.
a 500 gigabyte PS4 might not fit Warzone, Cold War, and Modern Warfare all at the same time. Which makes sense because like Warzone's 150 gigs at minimum.
Yeah.
Cold War on my PS5 is 180 gigs. I don't know how Modern Warfare is, but that's probably a similar size as well. So I guess that makes sense.
And a little bit more, they'll all be about 200 on their own. So 600's bigger.
Yeah, because they're trying to connect them all together for some stupid reason. But so yeah, if you have a base model PS4, just kick out Modern Warfare. Why are you still playing the Modern Warfare one? Just play Warzone and Cold War, or delete Cold War. I don't know why you'd play both Cold War and Modern Warfare at the same time. That seems kind of weird. Anyway, Sony has announced plans to reorganize and quote recenter their oldest first-party dev team, Japan Studio, into Team Asobi, who are the devs of Astro's Playroom. So, who knows what's to come of that? Besides,
Not even Sony because they haven't done it yet.
yeah. Nintendo has stopped preparing original models of the 3DS and 3DS XL systems.
Wasn't that they were going to, not they had stopped yet?
They might not have stopped yet. I don't know. It's
I
close.
think they already
if it's-
stopped in Japan, but they're about to
yeah.
stop everywhere else. They can't source the parts anymore. Apparently, that's what they say. So,
Oh no!
if you
What
still
am I
can do
gonna-
it, do it right now.
What am I gonna do about my 3DS?
Send it up now while they can
Yeah.
fix it.
Well,
Get
mine-
Grant too.
Say what?
I'll just get you to fix it.
True.
I don't know, dude. Anything past Game Boy, I'm pretty bad with. I tried to replace the shell.
3DS has so many moving parts.
It's not even the moving parts. It's just modern tech is so packed
Fickle.
in there and fickle. Yes, I tried to replace the shell on a DS Lite, destroyed the entire thing. Had to buy a new DS Lite. Not kidding. So I've kind of just like, if it's like post 2005, probably not going to try. Unless it's something simple like a controller shell replacement, which is still not that hard to do. But anyway,
For now.
for now, yeah. Capcom leak continues to be confirmed. Monster Hunter Rise is going to PC, so it is not a Switch exclusive. Which we'll talk about Monster Hunter Rise in a little bit at the end of the podcast. Nintendo is holding strong on their Mario Celebration ending. They just tweeted about it, like, "Hey, reminder to do all the stuff you want now because it's going to stop being sold at the end of March." So that's Mario 3D
Mario will
All-Stars.
die, guys.
Mario 35 is
I
going away.
accept All Stars leaving. I'm just kind of mad that Mario 35's leaving.
Yeah. I don't think there's there's no reason. There's no reason. Like, you already have it made. You've already done everything. That's 3D All Stars is like a pretty,
and they're
like-
doing events for it.
yeah.
True.
And
Not like Tetris 99 events, but they're challenges.
and like, it's 3D All Stars. Like, why would that game not continue to sell with the Switch? It's 3D
Yeah,
All Stars.
If Mario Kart can still be selling enough to stay ahead of Animal
Because
Crossing,
they
which-
already did it in the
Pandemic
25th.
What do you mean?
I don't.
didn't-
I'm not looking for
The
logic
Wii
behind
one.
the decision.
Stop
Oh, yeah.
selling.
Yeah, but then they reprinted it again later.
Oh, that's
So
true.
They might reprint this one.
Yeah, they'll probably do it later just to drive hype back up. or
I
something.
assume they'll be like, if they do reprint it, they'll break all three up and be like $30 a piece.
Oh, don't even get me started.
No, it's
So,
gonna be
If you
60.
don't have 3D All Stars, buy it now because it will for sure be scalped after March.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll start collecting up all those copies.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of copies right now,
Oh yeah.
but as they drop in price, which it is semi-regularly $50 if you can find it for that price.
Probably Walmart in store or something.
Definitely Walmart in store, but
Last
think
time I
Best
went to
Buy's
Walmart,
had
they
it.
were like pretty empty, and it was crazy to me.
Whack.
Like the whole Walmart or just the gaming section?
Just the gaming section.
Walmart
No,
is
all
dead
of
crap.
Walmart. It was all sold out except hand soap.
The one near me and Grant is usually pretty empty in the gaming section, but like, I don't know. The whole one's always just like crowded.
Well, that's just your
Like,
fault. for
everyone
going
is
to Walmart
everywhere
for a good
besides
gaming
gaming.
selection.
Yeah.
And you can't find an employee.
Yeah. Bowser's Fury Tetris 99 event is coming this weekend, so if you're into Tetris 99, be on the lookout for that. And I hope you're sitting. If you're driving, you might want
I
to pull. You might want to pull over.
I'm sitting.
Shovel Knight and Arby's are having a crossover. Yeah, Arby's, like the meat people, are having a crossover
The
with
meat pole.
with Shovel Knight. I'm not going to shorten that. You get in the kids' meals. You get tokens. That's the toys or little token launchers, and each token comes with a surprise game code for apparently. And I promise you're hearing me right. Meat themed DLC. I can't believe
Meat
I'm
night.
telling you this, but meat, yeah, like, so they replaced the story. There's a screenshot they show in the announcement video that says like was protected by meat and shield meat. Like in the story, instead of being like Shovel Knight and Shield Knight, it's meat and shield meat.
Meat and Smash win, Sakura.
Yeah, the newest thing from Meat Club Games. So yeah, there's that they want you to collect all 7 launcher tokens. Each one comes with DLC. Don't really know what it is. It's just you're getting meat in Shovel Knight. So congratulations. I hope you. I really. I don't have anything to say. I'm out of words. I'm at a loss for words. Meat themed DLC.
They're basically just, for those who need a reference point, it's just the disc launchers from the Toa Metru line of Bionicle, the ones from the second movie. It's just those. It's just the disc launcher things and meat related.
Someone asked him on Twitter, are these cheat codes or actual DLC? And they said a little column A and a little column B.
They're meat codes.
Meat codes. Yeah, that's terrible.
But like, if you told me, I mean, there's a lot of things over the past year where I've been like, if you told me this 5 years ago, I'd be like, you're a liar, and then I'd slap you for your bad manners. If you told me within a week of each other, I would see the headlines, Post Malone records cover of Hootie and the Blowfishes Only Want to Be With You for the Pokemon anniversary, and Arby's and Shovel Knight are having a cross promotion where you can rewrite the Shovel Knight story and make it YouTube pooped with meat over every noun. I don't know what I would do. I'd call you a liar, but I think I'd just...
Newest crossover, Apex Legends and Dow Chemical. Caustic's gas is now made out of a mix of ammonia and bleach.
There were a lot of crazy crossovers when we were kids, but the most recent I can think of that was like this is Mario Kart and
Mercedes.
Mercedes. And I feel like that fits more than this.
Look, that was weird just because you wouldn't have expected the brands. But, like, cars in a racing game. It's there. But, like, retro NES platformer and meat.
Through Bionicle toys.
Bionicle toys.
So, yeah. I have nothing more to say about that. Meat-themed DLC coming to Shovel Knight.
Meat.
No. So, on to our final topic. I hope you're ready for a therapy session. So, the past week, Cameron and I specifically had a talk about, like, FOMO and why you shouldn't rush to pre-order things, because you shouldn't want something simply because you're not going to have it otherwise. Like, if you want it because you are interested in it and you think like you like the series or you like the thing or you're going to play it a lot or whatever, that's fine. But if you only want it because it won't be around after launch, then there's no point. And
we have a question then.
Yeah.
Why did you get Fire Emblem?
Because that is a game that I will actually play.
Oh, true.
I will play it. And I'm not like the biggest fan of Fire Emblem. It's also different when it's like $7 versus like $300.
That's true. Because
which basically was going to be that.
Yeah,
that was part of our discussion. It's so expensive to get everything we.
It came up over Monster Hunter Rise because the collector's edition is $100, the Pro Controller is $70, and the Amiibo are $65, and that's pre-tax on everything. So you're looking at close to $300 probably, including tax and everything.
That's if you didn't get the Switch.
That's if you didn't get the Switch.
We did not, because we both got the
I have already
have
4 Switches in my household. Don't need another one.
I just can't afford it.
Except the Switch Pro, right?
Well, hopefully by the time the Switch Pro comes out, I'll have a job. I won't be in college anymore.
I'll have a better paying job. Sorry, work.
But the collector's edition is the game, the digital deluxe version of the game, or not the digital deluxe, but the deluxe version, which comes with 2 crappy skins, for an extra $10, and then for an extra like $20 or so, you're paying for an enamel pen, which can usually be a pre-order bonus, so free, plus some stickers. And
now, what of that do I want? the amiibo, and that's about it. Do I get a cool steelbook? Sure, but guess what? I could get that with the $60 version of the game, and
Yeah.
be just as happy.
So originally I was gonna get everything minus the Switch. I was gonna get the collector's edition, the Pro Controller, all the amiibo, and then I had this epiphany and talked about
After
it.
much discussion.
Yeah, and so I'm no longer getting Monster Hunter Rise or the Pro Controller because the only reason I wanted it because it just would be not able to get, and I don't need to be dropping. Even like I'm still getting the amiibo because I would get the Palico one regardless because I like the Palico animals from the Monster Hunter series. But at that point, I might as well get all of them. But I already have 4 Pro controllers, so there's no reason for another one. And I'm not
Because you're not
spending
playing
an extra.
Smash with 8 people.
I'm not. Well, I have 4 Pro controllers and
Enough
like
Joy-Cons.
6 sets of Joy-Cons. Plus some other like extra wired ones and GameCube controllers, which people like to use in Smash. Like, there's no shortage of controllers, and I'm not paying $20 for stickers. So
Yeah,
I
and
had
you
like a big
secured a
realization.
Pre-order
like,
of all 3 amiibo, so you don't even need that from the collector's edition.
yeah, it's just like I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about like how many pre-orders have I done simply because it was going to be impossible.
We knew it was going to be impossible to get it. Yeah,
but I didn't want it. Like, I wasn't like, I can't wait to play it. It's like, I will have it and it will be mine and it will exist in my proximity and it will be under my name as owner possession. Like, that'll literally be it. I'll own it. Like, I won't not own it.
which is kind of why I'm waiting on the amiibo bans, because I definitely don't need to drop the money to buy all 6 of those right now. Especially when, realistically, even if they're not available here for a couple years, the price on them will drop as people are able to go to the park, because it's not officially open right now.
Yeah. So really this is just a PSA on you shouldn't pre-order things because of FOMO. I've been like very upset at myself. Like, how many things have I bought just because of FOMO? Like, that I've never touched. Like, not even in the
I know, I
slightest.
bought a lot.
Same.
Yeah, it is so bad. So I'm not getting Monster Hunter Rise. I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm bragging, like I'm so much better. I'm not getting Monster Hunter Rise. I don't care. If you like the game, get the game. I encourage you to play it if you want to.
It's from what we played at the demo, I did enjoy it, but the problem is I'm going to most likely enjoy it more with friends than I will by myself, which is why if it's not got the rumored different amiibo, which according to the website it is not, but we'll see. But if it doesn't have that rumored amiibo, I'm not getting it. It's
$20 for stickers, dude.
don't I know it?
You don't like stickers, Grant?
Not for $20
Yeah, no,
when it's 5 stickers.
I don't. No, I do not.
Look, these better be
Look,
like shiny with glitter stickers. If they're
Look,
better be
$4
made of
each.
gold. They better be gold coated.
Permanent stickers. Permanent stickers, and it better be like 80 of them. That's the problem. It's like 2.
Yeah, or like 10, but still, like, that costs like literally 5 cents to print. Like, that is, I don't know.
Too
and-
expensive.
Well, what I played of the demo, it really wasn't all that different from any other Monster Hunter game I've played. Like, yeah, the map is based more on verticality, like there's higher levels and lower levels, but so what? Like, monsters fight the same. The monsters go from a higher level to a lower level or vice versa, and you just chase after them anyway, because that's what you've done before. Like, they leave an area and go to a different area. That's how other Monster Hunter games work. Yeah, there's 4-player multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure that's existed in previous games. I remember playing a lot of Monster Hunter 3 and 4 on the 3DS with Devin back in the day.
It's definitely had it.
Yeah.
You know what? This one has that the others don't. Amiibo functionality. You know what you get those amiibo? Costumes.
That you already get in the deluxe version. Or 2 of the 3.
No, it's different ones, right?
Oh well, they look. I
It's
guess maybe.
it's different costumes, but the problem is, it's just not like look. The way I'm running this is I'm running it off the assumption that the amiibo or the website is correct and it's not a different colored Magnamola. I will get the amiibo because those are realistically going to be the hardest thing to get.
You're an amiibo collector,
That too.
so
I was going to get them regardless of if I got the game, but they are going to be the hardest thing to get. I'm getting the Pro controller because I've been playing with the Splatoon 1 realistically since I got it, so it is wearing out. So
Grant and I talked about how to
yeah,
replace
I know there's a
control
way to
sticks.
replace it.
does Monster Hunter Rise have crossplay?
Well, there's no other Monster Hunter Rise right now. So
It's
no.
coming to
There
PC
is
though.
a PC.
But I don't think they've.
I'm gonna assume it has.
They're not
crossplay
pushing
in
it as PC, and I don't think they're gonna push that it's on PC until Nintendo gets their money.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to say the 3DS and the Switch. I could be wrong. I want to say they had and cross progression,
Hmm.
but it was more like move your save from the 3DS rather than.
Yeah, and I mean, like realistically, I'll definitely be able to get the game way cheaper on PC if I do want it. And like I said, like the demo, it's just Monster Hunter. Like there's verticality, but so what?
Guess what?
Like you don't
know what
fight
else
in
is
the
on
air, you
Switch?
don't fly.
A $30 Monster Hunter that you can crossplay with the 3DS.
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
I've got Monster Hunter 3, I've got Monster Hunter 4, I've got Monster Hunter World. Like I can play just some other Monster Hunter game if I have an itch for Monster Hunter.
I mean, that's
I have
fair,
that, I
but
just
they aren't
don't
going to change
play
it
with
from
the
being
PC.
Monster Hunter unless they want to take a hard hit on how much they make.
Yeah, true, but one of the things they said is they're trying to make it different. Like they called it Monster Hunter Rise because they're integrating a lot of verticality aspects. So I thought there was going to be some kind of new mechanic or something, and they're really, I mean, the same weapon set, the same way you heal, the same collectibles, like the
We're
same
gonna
overall
get
general
bashed
fighting
by-
mechanics. Yeah, I'm probably way
All
outside
five,
of my
people,
bounds here, but
all 5 people paying attention right now.
The hardcore Monster Hunter fans. We're going to get
Like,
yeah, and like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. The demo wasn't bad. It's just not anything new.
well, the wire
Personally.
bug thingy.
Yeah, the wire bug thing. That's like the one new thing. But I don't know.
I
It's a
didn't
personal
understand how it
thing,
worked.
and if I'm not judging you for getting the game, because if you want to play it, that's why you get games, is to play them. Like that's
Which is our problem.
all the power to you. But
We know we're not going to spend $60 worth on Monster Hunter. It would be $240 worth to maybe get our $60 each out, and that's just not worth it.
yeah, it'll probably go on sale soon enough. I mean, I'll probably end up getting it like later when it's on sale, for a way cheaper price. But yeah, long story short, don't buy things because of FOMO. Buy things because you want them. This has
Yeah, like
been
me with
an
my
online
Amiibo.
gamers therapy. That'll be $500. I don't know
Please.
how much is
I
therapy.
need them for my loans.
I don't know how much therapy. Yeah.
way more than 500. It depends on.
Well, that has
think
been
your
All Night
insurance,
Gamers
though.
therapy. Give us $2,000. I don't know.
Each, please.
You had 5 therapists. It's got to go up.
That transitioned from don't buy things because of FOMO to this Monster Hunter game really isn't all that great. Oh. So,
Well, I mean, that's what caused us to get on the FOMO discussion. Or the
yeah, like
pre-order
when the
discussion
FOMO
anyway,
wore
so.
off, I saw like, oh, this is not like amazing. Like, I mean, it's good, but it's not $300 good for everything. So I guess with that note, we were going to end the show here. We thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We're up every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and youtube.com/StormwindGames. Leave us a comment on the YouTube video. Let us know what you thought of the show. Let us know what you've been playing this week and all that good stuff. We like to hear from you guys. So with that, we're going to wrap it up here. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.